I work at a hospital here in the Twin Cities, and I bring patients back for their procedure. And it's like, of all the questions to ask me when you're about to have your first colonoscopy, you want to ask if I'm Taylor from Love is Blind. I think there
You're
are
like, here's a distraction
bigger
for
things
you.
going on here, but it is a fun distraction to talk to people about. So
Well, and you were also kind of representing Minneapolis, not you all personally, but kind of, and the show. And I feel like fans here in Minnesota, especially, had kind of expectations, right, around just kind of how the region is portrayed, because people do have so much Minnesota pride, as you both know, having grown up here and been from here. Daniel, was there anything that you felt like could have been portrayed differently, or were you happy with the places and the ways that things were portrayed?
That's a good question. For me, I felt things were portrayed pretty accurately. I think there's a level of maybe passive aggressiveness to Minnesotans that, came out a little bit in our season versus maybe other seasons where people are more direct and straightforward. But I wasn't, mad or annoyed with how things were portrayed, at least for us. Again, things worked out for us, so that helps. Obviously, there's an editing process, and so watching it back, it's like, okay, sometimes this scene was edited a certain way and this was edited a certain way, which it just is what it is. But from a Minnesota pride standpoint, I thought we did well.
I feel like, Taylor, if you're on reality TV and the worst people can say is love is bland, that it was bland, I feel like you got out of there without, ruining the rest of your life. What did you think of that love is bland kind of terminology?
We kind of played into it, because Daniel kept saying short king season. So we were like, short king seasoning for love is bland, like liven it up a little bit. No, I mean, I think that a lot of the contestants were like very serious about finding love and not so much like making good television in the drama aspect of things. So I think that a lot of the cast were very conscious of the cameras and knowing what speaking like negatively about their partner at the time could have done to them. So I think it was probably bland just because people were serious about it and didn't want to have too many repercussions when the show came out of, people seeing your story play out.
Yeah. We forget it's a reality TV show,
Yeah.
and so people tune in to see a bunch of drama. And I think our season didn't have a ton of drama.
Yeah.
Obviously there's some, but I think people that watch those shows for the drama were maybe let down a little bit, which whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.